I literally just got done watching a movie called The Dam. It's called The Damned. This movie came out in 2025 this year, and it's 89 minutes long, so a little over an hour. Uh, hour and I think what hour and 29 minutes. I think 89 minutes. 60 minutes is an hour. So anyway, it's 89 minutes. So this is uh this is a horror movie for sure. And it's sitting at 3.5 stars. I would definitely give this movie a 3.5 star. I really would, because y'all folks should put this on your radar. Serious. Because this is just a flippin' dark, very dark, very dark movie. I'll read the plot synopsis and we'll go from there. But here's the thing: I give you guys these ideas of movies I think you should watch, and this is really one I think you should watch. So it's fighting for survival in an isolated fishing outpost. Eva and her crew are cursed after making a choice not to help a sinking ship off the coast. So they chose not to help. They seen this ship sinking, and they were so low on food that they thought that if they try to help these people, they would not, because they were struggling to keep. They was the fishing. They were on this coast, and they're a fishing outpost, but their food supply was going low. It's very cold there, so after facing their consequences, which this says, a darkness consumes them, creating chaos and death at every turn. So altogether, there was like maybe 8 of them, and then at the end, I think 3 of them survived. But they decided to go out there, and they waited a day because they heard the men yelling and screaming, and it was real cold, and they was feeling bad because, they was thinking that they should go out there and take the fishing boat out there and try to rescue him. But they said that the woman that ran the outpost, her husband got killed, and he wasn't in the movie, but, she was a widower, and she ran the outpost. But she's telling them, no, you shouldn't go out there because we don't have enough food for ourselves. And she goes, God have mercy on their souls and stuff. So they decided to go out there like a day after the ship sank. So they went out at night. And so she said, well, I'd like to go out there and see if there's anything left from the ship, because they was low on food, and, ships got supply on there. So they decided to go out there, and these guys had survived somehow on these rocks. And so when they were at night, they were on this boat at night. She had this lantern, and when she looked over there, the way it was so creepy, the way it shot, you seen all these little dark bodies. And she realized that they were still alive, and then they was like yelling, hey, help us, help us, help us. And she was like, go, 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 turn around. She goes, if they get on this boat, there are going to be too many of them to get on this boat. And she goes, and then we take them back, because there was too many of them to get on that boat. So when they got to the boat, they started hitting them with paddles, and one guy took a hammer and smashed the guy's face in. And when he hit the guy in the face, his face split open. The guy just looked at him like, before he died, he just looked at him like, dude, we're wanting to live. We they was wanting them to rescue them, and they've been out there. They was just glad to see that boat. So anyway, they lost one of their crewmen that was there, because one of the survivors pulled them in the boat, and it was real cold. So they made it back, and then one guy was injured real bad. So later on, all the dead bodies washed up on the shore, and then they have this old. All these fishermen curses and stuff. You have to live on the sea. They was talking about that they had to do all this weird type of burying and do stuff, because they had to live with the conscience of knowing that they could have, rescued those people. And those people just wanted to be rescued. But what they failed to realize was there was supplies on that ship. And what made them go out to that ship was, when that ship sank, one of their supplies floated up on land, and they looked at it the next day, and it was food, actual meat, and they tasted it wasn't spoiled. So that's when they got the idea to go out to go see if they could find more stuff that might have floated up from that ship. But there was survivors sitting on those rocks. Now, how they survived through that cold, I have no idea. But man, when they seen that boat come out there and they seen them lights, they attacked that ship, and they just wanted to survive. So they killed them all. Because they was thinking that there was no room where they said it was going to be not enough food to feed them all, and they said we barely have enough food for ourselves, but they had to live with the conscience. They had to live with that conscience of killing these people and not helping them. So that's how this movie's set up. So they've all cursed themselves, and they all kind of had these. I think they were really cursed, but what it made them do, it made them all lose their mind, and they were being killed one by one. But the way the camera was shot, this is very good. This very good film. This was shot really well. I'm gonna tell you that right off the rip. I mean, it was shot real well. I mean, I was watching this movie. It's like, wow, because I noticed the older I'm getting, my patience runs thin on movies. But this one here is shot real well. This is called The Damned, and Odessa Young is the main chick in it, and then Joe Cole and Sobhan Henneran. And I think this is made over in the UK. But it was good acting. Very good acting. Atmosphere was on point. And they did a really good job with this. So this is what I'm telling you guys to put this on your radar. This is called The Dam. So like I said, it's sitting at 4.5 stars. And, you know, it's a horror movie. And like I said, I'll read it again. The title of the movie is called The Dam. And it says, fighting for survival in isolated fishing outposts. Eva and her crew are cursed after making a choice not to help a sinking ship. Off the coast, facing the consequences, a darkness consumes them, which to me is their conscience, creating chaos and death at every turn. And it did. It did. There was some parts in here that I was like, man, you know, I kind of felt bad for them. But at the same time, I felt bad for those people because they was just glad to see a boat come up because they all got off that sinking ship. And they still didn't help them, even when they went out there. Because what they did was when that food floated up, that food came on shore after they thought when the ship went down, well, they had an idea like, well, can we go out there? And the guy said, we can go right now. He said, because out in the ocean, there's certain tides and currents. And if you go out there at a certain time, you can drown and stuff because the ocean is the ocean. You're talking about the sea and the ocean. So he said, we need to go now. So they went then because that's the best time to go out there. And then they thought they was going to find some more supplies floating up because they were starving themselves. And then when they looked up, they seen all those survivors on all them little ledges and stuff. And how they survived that night, I have no idea. But dang, it was cold. I was just getting cold watching. So anyway, like I said, it's called The Dam. I read you the plot synopsis. I'm just telling you, it's a very good movie. It's shot with serious good quality. The camera angles and all that kind of stuff and the imagery in this movie was just phenomenal. So put this one on your radar. And I do think this is made in the UK and Ireland and all those places because they had that kind of like accent when they talk, you know. But it was very good. So anyway, The Damned. We'll catch you next video. God bless and have a great week coming up.